He has shown you, O man, what is good, and what doth the Lord require of thee? To do justly, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with thy God. Have you ever wondered what you can do to impact the world for good? A new video from Church Support Services tells the story of Lolo Santosa and what she is doing to actually put into practice the words of Micah 6:8. The program notes have the link to a story that inspires the heart. Lolo's story shows how to creatively apply the principles of God's kingdom to our work and our life. As we noted last week, it's camp meeting time. And one of the best things about the summer tradition is finding new books at the Adventist Book Center. One of the books I'm excited about is the new book by Micah Tucker called Tears to Joy. In this very personal and candid book, Pastor Tucker shares the heartache of grief after the death of his wife of more than 40 years, Gayle Anne Whitacre Tucker. Her death affected every corner of his life, both personal and professional. Pastor Tucker also shares research and material that he found helpful and reliable in the process of recovery. Tears to Joy will be appreciated by anyone navigating through grief and loss. New from Pacific Press and in the ABC right now. Well, next week is July 4, Independence Day for the United States of America. Elder Ricardo Graham has a special message for us as we think about freedom and liberty.
It started on June 7, 1776, with a call from Richard Henry Lee of Virginia, who challenged the Continental Congress in Philadelphia with this call for independence. Resolved that these united colonies are and of right ought to be free and independent states, that they are absolved from all allegiance to the British Crown, and that all political connection between them and the state of Great Britain is and ought to be totally dissolved. It was a bit more direct than some were looking for, so they slowed it down a little by appointing a committee to consider the case for independence. Thomas Jefferson was the chair. The committee began to meet and worked through the case for independence. In just a few days, on July 1, the Congress reconvened, and after a couple of days of discussion and 86 revisions, on July 4, when the Declaration of Independence was adopted with these words: "When, in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bonds which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and the nature's God entitled them, a decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impelled them to be separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive to these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it, and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness." Signed immediately by the President of the Continental Congress, John Hancock, and then on August 2 by the delegates to the Continental Congress, it documented the birth of the United States of America. That was 242 years ago. Those first Americans immediately claimed July 4 as our Independence Day. We were on our way.